tell you about that later. But they put me in the cell with this big old black dude they call Big Doc. I'm talking about he was about like 6'5", weighed about 285, solid, real dark. His nose was about the size of my fist. And he had red eyes like a gorilla. And so I had a little pear knife at that time. And when they put me in the cell with him, he was walking around and he was wearing some shorts with a lot of holes in them. So every time he moved, his dick would pop out. The head of his dick would pop out through the hole. So, you know, I already know where he's going with this, right? So I said, I better say something. So I said, hey, man. See, what I didn't know, let me back it up. What I didn't know before I moved in that cell, he had a hole in the wall.
Right.
A hole. And what he did, it took a balloon thing and put baby powder in it, blowed it up to where it's about ready to bust, and stuck it up in that hole. Then took a newspaper and put some cement shit on it. When it hardened, he taped it over and then painted it. Where you can't tell it's there. It looked like the wall. So he gonna make me think he ran his hand through the wall just to get some damn ass, right?
I mean, that is such an insane level of plotting and planning to create this element that'll make it look like you're just the biggest psycho ever. Like you could just punch through a wall just so you can then scare your cellmate. And what the that's just...
Man, he scared the shit out of me.
Right.
I said, man, why don't you show me some respect?
Right.
He said, the only thing I'm going to show you is this big black cock. And he took and hit that wall. And when I seen his hand, and when I heard that boom, and his arm went up in there, and when he pulled it out and all that white shit on it, I'm thinking it's fragments of the cement or something. I ain't know it was baby powder.
You're thinking he's got superhuman strength.
Man, and when he ran up on me, he's like, stand up. I said, hey, man, can we talk about this? He said, stand up, nigga. And I stood up, and I was holding his wrist. I said, man, don't do this. So he said, do I got to fight you? I said, no.
Oh, damn.
And I'm going to give it to him. I'm not letting nobody run their hand through my, like he did at wall, right? But his mistake was, it saved me. He tried to kiss me.
Oh, my God.
I already felt his thing up against my booty and everything, but he pulled my head back and tried to stick his tongue in my mouth.
Oh.
And that was the nastiest feeling I ever felt in my life. And I gurgitated. I said, hell no. And by that time, I realized that I had that little pear knife because I moved and it stuck me on the hip.
Oh, you messed up.
I said, man, he going to have to kill me. So he said, hold your head back.
Oh, hell no.
I said, man, no. And I just pulled that knife and I just started swinging. And I was cutting him, man. I was cutting. Here's what I believe. I believe he died. See, but like I was telling you about racism back in them days, them guards, when they came to get me, I was standing there shaking, holding this knife. He's laying on the ground, cut to hell, blood everywhere. They pulled him out. They pulled him up out of there. They took me to the hole, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready to get a lot of time. But when I went in front of the disciplinary committee, they say, we know who he is, we know what he does. You'll never see him again. And they let me out of the hole that day, then dropped all the charges. Now, when all the inmates heard about this, they like, oh, boy, that little young dude there, boy, you don't want to mess with him.
Right.
But they don't know. They don't know I was right there. I was getting ready to give it to him.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So why do you think he was dead? Just because they said you're never going to...
That's a terrible situation. Big Doc crazy, man. I feel though for him to even have any type of ideas or putting a hole in the wall and stuff and terrorizing people, somebody must have did it to him when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And he been holding traumas in since he was a child. The fact that he in prison, you know what I'm saying, that's probably what happened. He went home to this to see the child, all that anger, all that rage, and it's psychotic, man. I ain't lying, boy. Like Damien Porter be saying, stay free. In prison stuff be psychotic, boy. I'm glad he was able to. God was on his side, you know what I'm saying? It was time for Big Doc to go down, you know, when he made Fleece Johnson, remember he had the knife? When Fleece Johnson arm went against the knife, that was God, you know what I mean? It was time for him to go. Good job, Fleece.